or welcome if you're new. Either way, I'm so glad you're here. It is Tuesday, and it is a short week because Friday is the 4th of July, so I really just have today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then it's a long weekend, and it's also my birthday weekend. So lots to look forward to this weekend, but I didn't vlog this past weekend. Honestly, Henry and I just like went to town on our house. Like, we assembled all the furniture, like this bed you see behind me. I will show you guys all the updates later, probably on my lunch break, but we got a lot done this weekend. The house is really starting to feel less chaotic and more organized. Of course, there's like still stuff we have to do. I feel like that will be, a lot of things will be in progress for a while, but I'm excited to show you guys the updates. Also, I forgot to mention this in my last vlog, but I'm going to try and do a good job of just like linking everything I show you guys, in case you guys are moving or you like something that I'm using, you can see it too. Everything is always in my shop that's always in my description, but I will also try and keep the individual links updated in the description too. Like a pretty open day. I've got a stand-up meeting in like 20 minutes that I need to prep for, and then I don't have anything else until 3, which is really good because I feel like I've been neglecting some to-dos on my list, and I really want to try and get them knocked out today, just so I can feel just a little better about where I am with things. I don't want to say I'm necessarily behind, but definitely need to stay on track so I don't get behind, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's so crazy that I like am in my office. Like, I have my own space. If you didn't know, at our old house in Memphis, Henry and I like both had a desk in the guest bedroom, and he did go to the office a lot, but there were times where we shared the workspace and we made it work. But it's really nice for both of us to have our own space now. So I'm gonna log on, do a couple hours of work, and when I break for lunch, I will show you guys all the updates we have. I'm about to take my lunch break, so I thought I would run you guys through like all of the updates and new things in the house. The first one being what's behind me. This is a day bed from Wayfair, and I will link it down below because you can't tell because I've got blankets covering it. But there's a trundle underneath that pops up and connects, and these two twin beds kind of make like a king bed. I really, really like it. Henry and I have both like laid on it for a while, and it feels nice. I will do like an updated in-depth review of it once I get like sheets and stuff for it. I just like don't have it right now, but I'm getting like a split king sheet set. So like there's 2 separate twin fitted sheets, but 1 flat sheet. So if like we did want to use it as 2 separate twin beds, they'll both have a fitted sheet, but if they want to use it as a king, there will be like 1 flat sheet and then a duvet to cover the entire thing. But I really, really like it. Other than that, the office is like kind of better. Like, my desk is pretty much set up. This, we're just not going to talk about it right now. We still need to unload this, and then we've still got some stuff in here we need to go through. This is like all of my winter clothes and just some of Henry's stuff that wouldn't fit in our closet. I think eventually I want to get like a little, some kind of like storage right here just to put like tech stuff and stuff, and then I want to get a nightstand for over here and maybe like a skinny one over here for our guests. Okay, sorry y'all, we have laundry everywhere. That's just what it is right now. But my favorite thing or favorite update for this room are these nightstands. They are so stunning. They've got 2 drawers. My favorite thing about them is they came assembled. They were from Home Depot. They're solid wood. They're not particle board. That was one thing Henry and I, when we were like looking for furniture, we don't want any more like manufactured wood or like particle board. We want real wood, and these are real wood, and they came assembled, which was so nice. And personally, I think they were pretty affordable. I mean, like, they're not the cheapest thing. I think they were like $250 each, so not the cheapest, but also not the most expensive. And honestly, it looks so much more expensive than it is. We still need to get like new lamps. Just like ignore that. I know that's so ugly, but it's just like what it is right now, because the lamps we had on our nightstand, one of them broke, and the other one, the lamp is like, the shade is dented, so we need new lamps. And then I want to get like a cute little tray or something to put stuff on here. Up here I want to show you is the closet, which is still a little messy, so forget the mess. But I wanted to show you guys, I ended up getting, this is actually a bookshelf. It's an 8 shelf bookshelf, but Henry and I built it, and I was able to put like all of my athletic wear, my linen pants and shorts, jeans, and then sweatpants, and Henry's gonna use these 2 bottom shelves or something. And then I just ordered some shoe racks for down here so we can finally put all of our shoes and see them all. And then let's move downstairs because there's some surprises down there. Okay, first thing I want to show you is my Facebook Marketplace find. This stunning solid wood table. And if you see this crease right here, it actually extends into a leaf so it can seat up to 8 people. Still need to get new dining chairs for it, but we're just gonna keep these for now. Facebook Marketplace find today because this is like such a nice table. We only paid $200 for it. There's some scratches on it, but I feel like that's just like what you get with natural wood, and I feel like it just makes it look lived in. Like not everything looks like cookie cutter new, but the biggest surprise probably is the living room, which is empty right now. You're probably like, Peyton, where's your couch? I sold it yesterday. I think I talked about this in my last vlog that we went to Living Spaces to look at a couch, and we went and looked and we loved it, and it's kind of like a compromise between me and Henry because Henry really wanted a recliner, and this couch reclines, but like it doesn't look like a recliner, which was my big thing. So we got a couch, a TV stand, and a dresser for upstairs, all from Living Spaces, and those are all coming Thursday. So I had to get the couch out of here. So the person that bought it picked it up yesterday. So now it's just like open and scary, but that TV stand will end up going upstairs on the 3rd floor. And I don't know what we're gonna do with this chair yet, but like it doesn't really go with our new furniture. So that is to be, but soon this will be like, I'm thinking like the couch right here, obviously the TV stand will go right there and the dresser will go upstairs, but I'm really excited for you guys to see the couch. I think it's really, really nice. And I feel like I've been anti-recliner forever, just because I don't think they look very nice. But this one, it just like looks so, so nice, and it's so comfortable, and I'm just so glad I found it. Also, one more update, we brought the old dining table over here, and it's just kind of like a makeshift coffee bar right now. I think eventually we want to get like a buffet or something right here and have like a coffee station, but this is just what it is for now. But yeah, it's really starting to feel like things are coming together. Obviously still a lot of work to do, but I feel like Henry and I talked like last week. Honestly, we've literally been here a week, and I feel like it already looks so good. So I feel like Henry and I are trying to like give ourselves a little break this week and weekend because we did so much last week. I am having the most random dinner. I made a barbecue chicken quesadilla, and then I'm having some green beans and mashed potatoes. Last night we just had like rotisserie chicken, green beans, and mashed potatoes because it was easy. I always try and, when I'm like trying to plan dinners for the week, I always do like one very simple, easy meal, like mindless meals. I feel like I've used that term a lot, where it like either is like minimal prep or like one pot or something, and then I do like a more like, I don't even want to call it complicated, but like only one meal that like requires a lot of effort. So this is like the low effort meal. And then we also bought like salmon and stuff to make salmon bowls, and that's like the more effort meal, if that makes sense. I feel like that's the only way I can realistically like eat and cook most of my meals at home, because if you're doing like a complicated recipe every night that like requires all kinds of different ingredients, I feel like you get discouraged to cook unless you like that. But for me, like I do like to cook, but I don't need like a super complicated recipe every night. So this was an easy meal. Yeah, I am just gonna eat this, probably tackle some more organizing, and Henry and I started watching the Jurassic Park movies because the new one comes out this week. I want to see it on during the weekend, like for my birthday or whatever. But we watched the first one last night, or like we watched everything except like the last 30 minutes. So we're gonna finish that one and then start the next one. Probably won't make it through the full one tonight, but we want to watch all the ones like leading up to the new one. So just gonna sit and eat this, wind down a little bit, maybe tackle some organizing, and then watch me. Look at this little angel. She's like, Mom, where's my couch? I think I finally figured out where to put my camera during this time of the day so I'm not like super backlit. This is great. I feel like I'm still trying to find like all the new angles and stuff at this house. I slept so well last night. Like I have not slept that well in a really long time. It's the first time in a while I've woken up and just haven't felt like immediately groggy. And it feels so good. We finished up the first Jurassic Park movie last night and we watched like half of the second one, so we'll probably finish that tonight. So we're on track to go see the new one on Friday. If I'm being honest, the second one, well, we've only watched half of it, but like it's not as good as the first one. It had like 40% on Rotten Tomatoes, so like I think we knew what we were getting into, but it's not really doing it for me. But like I want to know the storyline before we see the new one, so I'm just gonna go through it. That's the other thing. I like am not like a massive like Jurassic Park fan or anything. Like I don't have a problem with the franchise, but like I've never really gotten into it. I just know Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson are in the new one, and I love both of those people so much. So like I just want to make sure I understand like all of the lore and the storyline. I like to be able to like recognize Easter eggs in movies and stuff, so that's why we're watching them. Yeah, slept really good last night. Woke up at like 6 a.m. all on my own, and I've just been watching Wimbledon. I was watching Madison Keys' match this morning and Frances Tiafoe's match this morning. Wimbledon. So like when the French Open was a month ago, I feel like they pushed back all of the match times so like more people in the world could watch them. Like they were at very normal times, like 10 a.m., noon, but Wimbledon is still like doing their matches on their time. So a lot of matches have been at 4 a.m., but there's some, if I wake up early, I can see like the 6 a.m. and the 7 a.m. matches. And then sometimes I have them playing in the background while I'm working if I'm doing something that like doesn't require my like absolute laser focus. Gosh, I'm out of breath. I'm like still acclimating to the altitude here. I finally feel like I'm establishing some kind of routine here. Things have just been like really chaotic this last week, obviously, but I'm back on my skincare. I feel like I'm kind of getting the lay of the land here. Just trying to implement little bits of routine at a time, because one thing about me is I go too much too fast a lot of the time and then I get overwhelmed. So I'm just like trying to implement a little bit at a time here. And the first thing is just like making sure I do my skincare every day, because I definitely have not been keeping up with that. And it shows. It's like super dry here, obviously. So my skin requires just like a little bit more attention than it did when we lived in like super humid Memphis. So trying to be good about that, because nobody likes dry, cracked skin. It's just not a good feeling. I'm not really worried because I think I said it, my birthday is this weekend, and this weekend is also just like when I start to experience like PMS symptoms, and usually that means like I have a bad stomach flare, which is going to be very unfortunate because it's my birthday weekend. Like I want to enjoy stuff, so I'm just like trying to do some prep ahead of time. Make sure I'm eating well this week, make sure I'm sleeping enough, just like doing all the things. And probably tomorrow I'll start taking ibuprofen just to kind of be a little proactive in some of those like painful cramps. Because sometimes my period can take me like down bad, and I don't want to be down bad on my birthday weekend. I'm not even that big of a birthday person. I just like, Henry and I made a lot of plans this weekend, and like they're not all for my birthday. Like we're gonna go out to dinner for my birthday, and the one thing I requested was I wanted to play tennis this weekend, so like I booked a court. But we also like wanted to do a hike this weekend because it's a long weekend. We want to see the Jurassic Park movie. So to do all these things, I need to be in good spirits and good health. Y'all, I'm not exaggerating. I just came back up the stairs to fill up my water bottle. And I'm out of breath again. Oh, man. I wonder how tennis is gonna go this weekend if I'm like this after walking up some steps. I'm logging on to work because I've got about like 30 minutes before I just saw a ping. Anyways, logging in a little early because I just have like a lot of meetings today. I've got like 5 and they're all kind of scattered, so I just want to make sure I've got time to like start my day, get some stuff done. My first one isn't until 10, so I'm probably gonna take this first hour and knock out some dashboarding work. And all the matches I wanted to watch are over, so I'm gonna turn on my audiobook because she's an audiobook girl now. I, for the longest time, was just like so anti-audiobook. Not because I think they're like bad or anything, it's just me. I have a very like specific picture of like how the characters sound in my head, and I was always worried it would bother me if I listened to an audiobook and it was like it didn't match it, or like if it's just a girl trying to sound like a guy. But then my friend Lauren told me that they do a lot of duet audiobooks now, where like a guy is reading the guy's part and a girl is reading the girl's part. So now when I go into Audible, I just look up like duet, and I've learned that if you have Kindle Unlimited and you've like borrowed the Kindle Unlimited book, the Audible book is like discounted. So I've only paid like $7 or $8 per audiobook. I listened to 2 on a drive down because it was like a 16-hour drive, and let me tell you, the audiobooks like saved my life. Like the drive felt like nothing because I was so invested in audiobooks. I listened to the Rewinded Back by Liz Tomford audiobook, and an Abby Jimenez book that I'm blanking on the title right now, Part of Your World. I listened to those 2, and now I've downloaded the newest book in the Vancouver Storm series, hockey book, Gloves Off, and it was on Kindle Unlimited, so I just, you can come in. It was on Kindle Unlimited, so I borrowed the book, and then the audiobook was like $7.50. And so now when I do my work, I like listen to my audiobooks, and it's just the best. I just took my lunch break, ate a quick lunch, and started cleaning down here because I haven't been able to do like a full vacuum and mop of this entire space just because we've had like boxes and furniture and stuff everywhere. But since the couch is picked up, like everything is really, really open. I wanted to go ahead and like get that done before the furniture gets delivered tomorrow, because it's getting delivered tomorrow morning, I think. So I just vacuumed everything and then wet Swiffered the floors, which feels so much better. When we moved in, like we've had shoes on or socks on the entire time we've been like walking around because like the floors were so dirty. I don't know if it's that they were really dirty or dusty, but either way, like they needed to be clean, and I'm so glad they're finally clean. I think I'm gonna try and do like the one strip of the flooring upstairs too, just because. And then I'll probably need to log back on to work in a second. I feel like I've done so much laundry since moving. I feel like there's just always stuff we find that needs to be washed, but I just did a load of like towels, like kitchen towels, and just these random beach towels we had everywhere that we used to like stuff some of the boxes so things weren't so loose. And also I feel like there's so many things that I've put in places that like aren't gonna be their forever home, but like we don't have room where like I want their forever home to be. For example, all the beach towels right now are like in the guest bathroom in the cabinet. Eventually I'd like them in this closet, but we just still have like so much in here. So I'm hoping to like clear some of that up this weekend too. And I think my shoe rack I ordered is being delivered today. I ordered like 2 expandable shoe racks so we could kind of like fit them under my closet. So that means we could put all of our shoes up. Right now they've just been sitting in a couple of bags, so I'm excited that we get to empty those out and clear that out. And then I also think, of course, we're going to Target again tonight because we seem to spend all of our time there right now. I need to pick up a prescription at Target, and there's just like a couple of odds and ends that I need. Like I need a laundry hamper. I wanted a trash can for this room. just like random stuff that we just need to go get. I also feel weird like getting a pickup order from Target with things like a laundry hamper in it. Like I feel like I need to go in and get that myself. I don't know why. Back from all of our errands, and I just took like a really nice long hot shower. I don't know what is going on, but all of a sudden this afternoon, like I could not stop sneezing. Like I'm so congested. I'm like having sneezing fits. I have no idea what's going on, except it was pretty windy today, so I don't know if that just like stirred up some irritants in the air. And actually, now that I'm saying this out loud, there was like an air quality warning today, so that could be it. I just have to tell you guys what an angel human being Henry is. Like, Henry's one of the most wonderful people I've ever met. That's nothing new. But ever since we moved in, there's been like a wasp problem in the backyard. Like, they're everywhere. And if you've been watching for a while, you know I have like it's not just a little fear. Like, I have a very big, like, irrational phobia of them. Like to the point where it keeps me inside. Like they are terrifying to me. I know it sounds dramatic. You might not understand it, and if you don't, that's fine, but just know like it's very real to me. I get very scared. I'm like paralyzed with fear. And like when we moved in, I noticed there were like a couple nests around the house and they were just everywhere. And like slowly since we've moved in, Henry has killed like all the wasp nests and has even gone back and checked where I've said like I've seen a few to make sure they're all dead. And I've bought this like natural insect repellent. It's like mainly for wasps. I'm pretty sure it's just like peppermint oil and cinnamon oil, which are like 2 cents. They really don't like. And I bought this spray that you're supposed to like spray around the house. Henry has sprayed it every day, twice a day, which is what the instructions were. And he has like not complained about it once. I'm sure it's so annoying having a partner that is like terrified of doing stuff outside if they can see a wasp. But Henry's like never let me feel bad about it. And today when we were going to Target, he said, do you want to go to Home Depot too and pick up some plants? And I was like, yeah, what kind of plants? He had Googled plants that are like natural wasp deterrents that either give off like a scent or an odor that's like naturally deterring them. So like peppermint, basil, lemongrass, just like a bunch of stuff. I didn't ask him to do this. He did this all on his own. So we went to Home Depot and we got like 3 things of peppermint. I think we got basil, thyme. We were looking for citronella. They didn't have any, but Henry said he's like gonna go tomorrow and look somewhere else to see if there's citronella. And I just don't know how I got so lucky to find someone and have a partner that is one, just like so kind and caring and giving, but also just like never makes me feel like I'm less than. Like I am really hard on myself about this wasp fear. Like I know it's stupid, I know it's irrational. I talk down to myself like very negatively about this, but it's just something I haven't quite learned how to cope with yet, and I'm working on it. That's also one of the things we talk about in therapy is like how can I work through this, because I don't want it ever to hold me back from like doing stuff outside, because I love being outside. But I just like, Henry's just such a gem. Like I've never felt so just like supported and cared for. And I just wanted to share that. Henry's just amazing, and I don't know how I got so lucky. I'm just getting ready for bed. Henry's doing some outside projects. He's putting up some like chicken wire because there's like a space in between the fence and the house where Poppy could get out if we're just like letting her run in the back. So he's putting some chicken wire up, and then he's gonna come in and take a shower, and we're gonna have another movie night, and it's just gonna be lovely. So I'm just gonna finish my skincare, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. basically Friday because tomorrow is July 4th and our company has off. I slept so well again last night. I ended up having to take a Benadryl because I like could not stop sneezing, but that Benadryl knocked me out. Honestly, I'm still like a little groggy, but it's fine. I just logged on to work kind of a little early, trying to get a head start on a couple of things that I wanted to get done before the long weekend because I have the inside scoop that our VP is going to send out like a log off early email if you can. And by inside scoop, I mean like it's just been talked about in a couple of meetings that like we're probably gonna get off early. So I just want to make sure everything is done. So when that email comes out, I can just, you know, skip on out like Mr. VP says. But also very exciting, our furniture is getting delivered today. I think I've mentioned it a couple of times already, but our couch, our console, and a dresser are getting delivered today. And they gave us a window of 10:45 to 1:45, and then I have like this other tracker that, oh, it's earlier. Okay, originally it was saying 12 to 1:15, now it's saying 11 to 12, so I'm really excited. Our furniture, I mean, our living room has just been so bare. I'm excited to be able to like lay down there again and just be. But I'm gonna try and knock out, there's like 3 more things I want to be crossed off on my to-do list before I leave for the weekend. So I'm gonna try and tackle one of those now before my 10:30 call. The furniture just got delivered and I'm so excited. I have to show you guys. Okay, so this is actually a buffet, but we're using it as a TV console. I just love like the shape of it. It looks so good. And then here's our couch. I feel like it's coming up a little like white gray on camera, but it's definitely more of like a warmer beige. And I think we're gonna get some like colored pillows to kind of bring some color in the space. We're gonna get a coffee table right here, I think. This is gonna go upstairs, but I think this is where I would want an accent chair to go. And then I'm thinking 2 like ottoman poof stools over there. It looks so good. I love it so much. And then this is Henry's new dresser. I think we might change out these knobs, but it almost matches my dresser like perfectly. But this is from Pottery Barn from like literally 15 years ago. And that's Living Spaces. Got that early dismissal email. I am done with the workday, and our shoe racks came really late last night, so I didn't build them. So I'm gonna sit down and build these real quick. I think I said it in this already, but I bought two like extendable shoe racks so we can kind of make them like the length we want. And it does seem like some assembly is required. So I don't know why I'm surprised that these require assembly. I just like assumed that they would just be like, since they're expandable, I thought they would just be like, you know, squished up or whatever, but this doesn't seem too hard. Honestly, after all the furniture we've assembled, I feel like I'm getting pretty good at it. Let's see, 1 sheet of paper for assembly, that's good. Oh, okay, this is easy. Does it matter which way these go? You know, they just all probably need to go the same way. Okay, hold please. I actually think this is going to be perfect for us. I just put a couple shoes on there to make sure it doesn't collapse. And I either have room to put one over here, or we could put one over here.